Welcome to this part 7 of Build Custom ROM series, and here we are going to be grabbing our device trees into our repo to begin building the ROM. Well, to do that, as I showed you in the last video how to search for it, I searched for my own from GitHub and some various places, and then I got them. So here I would like to illustrate how I did that so that you guys can understand it. So here you have to search for Lineage OS. Go to the Lineage OS website, and then what we are currently looking for is our device trees, and the device trees is just not device trees. Let me explain. When it comes to trees, we have three trees. We have the device tree, and sometimes they are common device trees, and then we have kernel tree, and then we have the vendor tree. Sometimes they are also common vendor trees. So we have device, kernel, and then vendor. So this is the three trees that we are currently looking for. And then Lineage OS has built a ROM, which is the Lineage OS ROM for our device. That means Lineage OS have our device trees, so we have to go to them and go and look for it. Now, where are these people located? We can get our device trees from them in GitHub. So what you have to do, just search Lineage OS GitHub devices. Then if you search it like that, go to the first repo, which is the Lineage OS repo. Now that it is inside the Lineage OS repo, just let's search our Snapdragon code name. And then a very large thanks to Simon and Ryzen and all these people that have made this device tree available for me and you and other people to use today. And then you can see the hard work they have made by committing a lot of about 7,000 commits that they have made, and then it's what made this kernel tree available today for us to use, and everything going smoothly. And big thanks to this guy, a very large thanks to him for making this available. And then a big credit to him. You can catch up to him on Telegram or anywhere you want, and also he's on GitHub. He's also on I think SDA forum. So he has really done well for making this available for all of us to use today. So now that we have Simon here, he made our device tree. So let's search by searching this one, and if you come to this place, we have the kernel Samsung tree here, which belongs to my device, and we have the common tree. So first thing you have to do, go into the common tree, and then inside the common tree here, you can click on the code, and then you have to click on this one. You have to copy the GitHub URL. So if you copy the URL, just go to open your text editor, and then we are looking for kernel. We currently find our kernel tree, so just type kernel tree here, and then paste the repo link that you have copied here. And now let's go and then copy our common device tree too. So I want you to save it in a text editor so that it will be easier to deal with. So now let's come to code again and copy it from this side, and then also let's go back to our text editor again, and then let me just type common, then you just paste it here. Now that you have pasted it, we have to keep looking for the rest. So which means that when I found a common device tree, it means I have to look for my device tree. So it means my phone has a common device tree. Like I said that we have three trees, and vendor and device can have common. So I have common device tree, so I have to look for the exact common tree. So I want to go to Simon's profile. Maybe I'll find it there. So let me just go to Simon's profile by clicking and coming to this side, and as you can see, we have the kernel tree here, the common tree here, and also we don't have the device tree here. Well, I have this device tree from Lineage OS. I cloned it, I forked it onto my repo, so I have it on my repo. When I go to my repo here, I have it here. And also big thanks to Lineage OS and all the people who are behind the scene making this available for all of us to use today. So here, when I come to my organization here, and I come to vendor, you see I have the vendor tree, and then I have the device tree here. So if I come to the device tree, if I go into the device tree, you can see that this is what I forked, and I make changes to it from Lineage OS. So I have my device tree here. So let's keep looking for our device tree from Lineage OS instead of grabbing everything from this side. So if you come back here, let's exit Simon's profile, and then let's come to the Lineage OS page, and let's look for A52Q, something like that. So if you search for A52Q, you can see we have the Samsung device tree A52Q. So if you click on the device tree, again, Simon is behind all of this. I like this guy. He has done really well. Thank him. So here you can just copy this one and then come to this place, copy the URL again, and then paste this link here and then give it the name so that you don't forget what tree it is. So this is, sorry, our device tree. So let's put it here. So this is our device tree. Let's go on by looking for our vendor tree. We have our common device tree, kernel tree, and our device tree. So all we have to look for is our vendor tree. So let's try and look for the vendor tree from this page by searching for vendor Samsung, something like that. You know, we may have a lot of vendor trees, but let me go through this repo very quick to find if I will see my vendor tree from here. So I've gone through this list already and I didn't find it. So actually, I remember in our last video when we were searching the GitLab, we saw a vendor tree. So let me just go there and search for the GitLab again, and then let me search for vendor SM7205 and hit on enter. And then we have the common tree here. As you can see, the common tree, sorry, yeah, this is the common device tree we found from the Lineage Wiki website. So here we have seen our vendor tree. It's a proprietary vendor Samsung. So let me go into it. Maybe this, it belongs to A52. There you go. So we have the A52. Let me just click on the A52 section, and then this is our vendor tree. So this is exactly what I have on my GitHub repo. So let me go to the GitHub and let me go to my repo again, and then you can see, you see we have the proprietary vendor A52Q here, and this is for this is my vendor tree. So I'll just get this one again. As you can see again, Simon is behind this. So let's just paste our vendor tree here. So basically, Simon made this available for us, and thank him a lot. He has done really well, and big credit to him. Without him, I'm not sure this video is going to be possible to make. So let me just do a common vendor here again. So in the common vendor, this is where we paste our vendor. So you might wonder how I knew my vendor. So we'll go and look into that. Don't worry. Let's just look for our vendor trees, our trees, and then when we gather them, we'll find it. So we have the proprietary vendor here, which is the common vendor tree, and also let's go and clone this one. Also, Simon is behind this again. I think he's the one posting all of this. So thank him again. So let's just come back here, come to the this place, and then let's go back and paste our vendor. So now we have gathered all our device trees and we have found our device trees. So what we have to do is the directory we have to place them. Well, to do that, first you have to start your server. So let's come back to this place. I have started a server, so all I have to do is to copy the IP and then replace with the new IP. So our server is started, the display isn't configured, so let me configure the display to the third one, and then let me just come to display back here, and then I have my server running up smoothly. Well, let's open into our files and go into the Rising directory that we cloned last time. So here we have seen the Rising directory. From here we have to find the location where we'll be putting our device trees. So this location is inside the device tree, it's not in the ROM. The location where we have to put our device tree are located inside the device tree. So what do we have to do? Let's come to our page here. So this one, let's go to the Lineage OS device tree page here. So what you have to do is to go to the device tree page of Lineage OS. I have it here already, so no need to go and struggle. So all I have to do is to copy this whole link, copy it, come to this place, do Ctrl T, Ctrl V, enter, and then this is going to launch a new one here. So sorry, this is our kernel tree instead of device tree. So let's go into the kernel, the device tree, which is this one. So let me copy it, come to this one, Ctrl V8, enter it, and then it's inside the device tree. So in the device tree, if you come to lineage a52q.mk, the a52 is my device code name. So your device code name could be anything. So if you go into your lineage a52q device.mk, you are going to see this one. You can see that it says it has an inherit code here, which is calling these directories. So it says we are going to put the device trees in the device Samsung A52Q, then it will look for the device.mk from here, meaning that we are going to put our device tree into a folder named device a52q.mk. That is for the device tree. When we come to the second inherit, it doesn't link to anything. It's just looking for src package. So let's come back down here, and also the same thing. And also this is the vendor. The vendor is actually looking to be placed in this place. This one is actually when you put a vendor, when you put a vendor tree, that's when it will also inherit from that side. So you can see we have the vendor to be vendor lineage and then config. So that is looking for the common vendor food.mk. So let's keep looking. We have found a place to put our device tree. Also, the place that you put the device tree is just the same as the vendor. So you just have to look through your device.mk, and then you find it from there. So here I am in my device.mk, and you can see that I have the device Samsung, and then the common tree will be placed in a directory like this, and then the vendor tree will also be placed in a directory like this. So let's go to our server, and then let's look for so here we are in my server. So we want the common tree to be placed inside device. Then we don't have Samsung for that A52Q, and then the device tree is going to spread there. So for that reason, you have to clone it the way it is supposed to be cloned. So let's come to the text editor, and then let's keep all the command here. So we just have to copy and paste the command. So to clone, I've taught you how to do that. Just do git clone, and then you do the -b to specify the branch. I taught you branch in the GitHub repo side. So if you do the branch, let's see, the branch is lineage 21. So let's go and check first to make sure it is lineage 21. So let me just go back to this side, and then let's look for the branch. You see the branch is lineage 21, so you just have to specify the branch. If you don't specify the branch, it's going to clone from the default branch, and which the default branch is lineage also. So let me just do that really quick. So lineage -21, and then the directory it has to be inside. The directory says it has to be in device. So if you wonder where I find this is actually, I found it here. Yeah, so let's go back here, and let's go to lineage a52q.mk, and then when this opens, you find your device tree in here. You find the location to your device tree. So it says device Samsung a52q. So just copy this one like this, copy it, and then come to your text editor. So just remove this device and Ctrl V, so it will be in a directory like this. Now let's come to our common tree, and the common tree is inside device.mk. So in the device.mk, it's to be placed in a directory like this. So let's copy this one like this. It's just the same thing as the device, but this one you just replace the device from here to common. So let's come back to our text editor, and then let's paste git clone command here. So this is actually common vendor tree. So let me just come to this plate. So git clone, and then this is -b lineage 21 again. So please make sure you check the branches. If you don't check the branches, it's going to disturb you a lot. So let me paste this one. So this is where the vendor will be located, and then we have to look for our kernel tree also. So it says the Samsung common tree will be located in a device in a directory device Samsung SM725 common. So let's just copy this directory. So the common.mk here is those files here. It's pointing out to this files inside the common tree and also inside the device tree. So whatever you find the mk1, just ignore the mk1 and copy just the directory. So let's copy this directory. So what I just copied was the common tree. So let me just git clone here, -b lineage 21, I guess. Let me check. I have to go into the common tree. So let me just do that really quick. So it is lineage 21. So let me just do the dash lineage 21, and then let me paste my best friend here, which is the device Samsung common. So you can see that we found the device location, the device tree location. We found the common tree location. So we made a mistake by pasting the device location to the kernel location. So let's just remove this side here. So Control X, and then let me come to this place, and then specify the branch again, lineage 21, and then paste it. And then we have to, so let's see, we have found our common tree, our device tree, and our location for the vendor tree, and the location for the common vendor. We didn't put git clone to the common vendor, so let's just do the git clone. And also, my mistake, we didn't find the common vendor yet. So the common vendor is just the same as the device tree. All you have to do is to change from the vendor. So copy the -b from the common vendor here, copy it, and then come to this place and then paste it. So if you paste that, you have to replace the device here to vendor. So all of this is inside the device.mk in the device tree. Please take note of it. So we have our common tree. Now we are looking for our kernel tree. So where to find the location to find our kernel tree? It's basically here. So let's go to our common device tree. So let's come back to this place and go to the common device tree from here. Copy it and paste it in a web browser like this. So come to board config. Oh, that I copied the vendor tree. So let's do the correction by copying the original common tree, not the common vendor tree. So copy this one again and then paste it. So if you wonder how I am able to know the location, just go through the mk files. Okay, just go through the mk files and then you find them. In case you find it difficult to find them, you can use the command grep nl to find it. So it says the kernel source should be in kernel Samsung sm disk. So this should be the location. So now let's just copy this one too. Let's copy it, and then let's come to our text editor again, and in the kernel side, let me see the repo. Actually, it is also lineage 21. I saw it when we were cloning it from, when we were copying it from the Simon's site, Simon's GitHub repo. So just copy it and then that is it. So now we have the locations for our device tree. Now we have to the last thing we have to do is to git clone all of this into our actual device, actual ROM. So you just have to copy it like this and go to your server like this, open your terminal, and if you open the terminal, just click on this and then make it big if you want. So you just have to cd into the Ryzen OS, and then let's paste what we did, what we copied by doing Control Shift. Then this is the kernel tree. Actually, the kernel tree is going to take a bit of time to finish cloning. So for that reason, let's do that one last as a last step. For that reason, let me just come back to this place, and then let me start by going to the common vendor. So copy the common vendor and come back here, paste your common vendor, and then the command we are actually running is git clone this repo. You see, so if it clones this repo, the branch that it should clone from is lineage 21, and then it will put it in vendor Samsung. So let's go and check. You see, if you check here, we have the vendor, and then we don't have Samsung, but it's going to create the Samsung directory automatically if it doesn't find one. So just click on enter, and then it says what, remote branch not found. The reason is because I forked it. For that reason, I just have to go back and then remove the branch, remove this lineage from there, else I need to grab it from lineage OS repo. So when I change this side, then my username here to lineage OS is going to pick it from lineage. You understand? So let's just do lineage OS, for example. And then let's specify the dash B. Hit on enter. And then it's saying my GitHub username. So I can just put my username here. So the password, let me just do that really quick and get back to the video. So I've placed the password in, and then it returned an error. So all I did was to just make sure the username is the same and remove the branch, so it will clone from my branch. And also to make sure that it is up to date, what I have to do is to copy the common device tree repo here, and then when I common vendor, so when I paste this, hit on enter, and then let me just wait for it to load. And then so it said it is up to date with the original one. You understand? So we are good to go. So let's just come to the vendor again, and then let's copy this is the vendor tree. So let's copy the whole vendor tree here, and then let's come to my server again. So it's from your side, please remember to specify the branch. Wherever you are picking it, specify the branch. So if maybe your branch is another thing, just place the stuff you saw there. Maybe your branch could be a device, your branch could be common, your branch could be default or anything like that. Just please make sure you do that. So let me come back to my text editor again, and then let's clone the device tree this time. So you can see that the device tree, I didn't place the git clone from there. So let's just do that and come back to this place, and then let me paste it, and let me come to the first page and click on clone. Let me just type clone, and you can see the branch. Please, can you remember, you have to put the branch. So I've cloned the device tree into the device repo. So let me come back here again, and then let me look for our common tree. So this is the common tree. Copy the common tree and then go back to our server and then paste this one too. So I made a mistake by doing Control V instead of Control Shift V. So Control Shift V and then hit on enter. Sorry, this one I didn't copy it right. So let me go back there and copy it again. Control C, Control Shift V. Again, let me just go back there again. Let me select it again and let me copy it like this. Copy. So since it will not work that way, what you have to do is to come back like this, do like this, come back to this place, and then this repo here, go to the repo. So what repo are we going? We are looking for the device tree repo. So let me just open my this one, the common device tree repo. So copy it and come back to this side. I don't specifically know what is doing that, so let's just do everything quickly here. So it is loaded successfully. All you have to do is to click on the code and copy it. So this is our common device tree. So let me just go back to this side. So let me just paste it what I copied earlier. Again, it is doing the wrong thing. So let me just go inside Firefox here. Let me go inside Firefox in the server. So let's wait for it to open. While waiting for it, let's just go back to this side, and then let's try and copy the kernel one. So let's come back here, copy the kernel, and then come to this place and then paste the kernel. Again, this is not working. So for that reason, let's just wait for the browser to open. I have waited for some time now. Firefox refuses to open. For that reason, I'm going to close this one. So I'll close it, and then let me go back to the server, and then let me start it again. It is up and running. So let me just come back here and then copy what I want to copy. So I think device tree. So let me just put the GitHub here. Git clone. So let's copy this and go back to our okay. Since it's not come, I guess we should type it. For that reason, let me just this is the device tree. So let me go back here to this side. So the device tree is what we have cloned earlier. So we want to clone the common tree. So let's do the git clone. Well, I will pause the video and type it so that it will make everything quicker. So I have typed it and git cloned it. So it's left with one last thing, which is the kernel tree. So let's go back there and take a look at it. So it's in the Lineage OS Android kernel Samsung. So this is actually it. So let me just go back to my side. So let me go back here and type. I just have to click on the arrow up to bring up the common tree so that I can modify the command to look like the same thing. So this is the command git clone, and then the http github.com Lineage OS Android kernel Samsung sm725.git, and then the branch is lineage 21, and the directory is going to be inside its kernel Samsung sm725. So just click on enter on this, and then it's asking for a username again, which will definitely give an error. For that reason, let me just go and grab the right kernel tree. So I just saw the reason why it's doing that is because I made a mistake by placing a dash before the gate. So when we go here, we clear this dash and hit on enter, it should clone. There you go. So it's cloning it. The kernel tree is a little bit big. So it's about 1 gig going to 2 gig. So it's going to take a little bit of a time to finish cloning. While it's cloning, let me just show you a little thing here. What just happened? So when we come to the Ryzen OS here, this is the Ryzen OS. These are the files that make up Ryzen OS. So when we come to device and then we come to Samsung, we are expected to see these two folders, the the A52Q and then the common tree. So when we go into A52Q, this is where the file should be, and then when we go into Samsung common tree, so this is where the file should be. So the reason why it should look like this is when we refer to this device.mk and lineage A52Q. Let's open it and let's see something. So now that it is opened, it says that the inherit will go into this side. Let's go to this place. It will go into the device tree folder, and it will go into Samsung. Then to go to A52Q, then look for device.mk. So let's see if we have device.mk there. So we can see that it says device Samsung A52Q, and let's see, this is the device.mk. So like that. So that's the point, how it is pointing to each other. So when we come to the vendor tree here, the same thing speak of the vendor. So let's go to the same Samsung tree back again. Let's go to this place and let's open the lineage A52Q. Sorry, let's open the device.mk, and then the device.mk should have the path for the lineage and the path for the common, and then the path for the vendor. So that's why I said you should ignore this. Just put all of this, and then if you clone it, then you check if they are available. So now that is the way you go along with the device trees and their location. So there you have it. Let's wait for this to finish, and then I'll resume the video. The kernel tree just finished cloning. So in the next video, we'll be doing these ones. Let me just go to my Firefox browser really quick. So we'll be doing the building flags and then the GMS flags. So Ryzen OS device, Ryzen OS GitHub. And I just want to go to the manifest page, which is the Android page. You can see Ryzen OS is Android and the others are this one. So when we come to the topics here, we want to go to the building flags. So here we'll just implement what it is trying to say on this page, which is the building flags, what this actually means, and then the GMS flags, what it also means, and then we can begin building. Also, we'll sign our ROM and then build it, and then we'll upload it to SourceForge, make it we can apply for maintenance if you want. So there you go. So this video has come to an end, and in the next one we apply for building flags, and then we'll do the bring up if necessary, then we'll wrap up. So there you are. Can you make sure you subscribe? See you in the next one. Goodbye.